Good day, everyone. My name is Charmaine Ramos, and for today, I'll be reporting about types of assessments and basis in the preparation in conjunction with the new normal. So, forgive me. This will be a two-part report because I'm using a web tool that has a 15-minute allocation per video. So, for the first part, I will be discussing about types of assessments. So this is just going to be a brief review because this has been already discussed in class, and I believe the reporters before me also were able to shed light on types of assessments. And then for part two will be all about basis in the preparation in conjunction with the new normal. Okay. So before we start, I'd like to show you this picture. Ayan. So when I was looking for this picture, I typed confused teacher on Google because personally, I'm still very much confused on how I will go about this new normal setup in learning, diba? Right now in the news, it's still being debated kung paano nga ba will we push through with the school year, will we adjust um ang daming questions. And also, um, as I recall, kung nung old traditional setup pa nga, we have so many challenges that we experience in the classroom, in our workplace. How much more now that we have the new normal setup? How do we migrate our teaching strategies, our way of giving assessments to students to this totally novel um period that we are currently preparing for. Okay, so assessments as defined is the variety or a variety of methods educators use to evaluate, measure, and document the academic readiness, learning progress, skill acquisition, or educational needs of the students. It also involves the use of empirical data on student learning to refine programs and improve student learning. So, maraming proseso and maraming uses ang assessments that will help us teachers to redesign or revisit how we conduct our lessons, and for the students, 'di ba, to help them in the learning process, to help them acquire skills that will be essential for them to pass the level, and essential life skills, 'di ba, for their future. Next, so we have three types of assessments. We have diagnostic, formative, and summative. So we already know a lot about these types of assessments, but you'll just review on this. So diagnostic assessments, from the word itself, to diagnose, 'di ba? We try to assess what we know about a certain topic. So it serves, or diagnostic assessments serve as a barometer for how much preloaded information a student has about a topic. Stock knowledge, for example, ito si Bata, grade 8 student, and you're about to discuss subject-verb agreement. So it's good. I recommend that you conduct diagnostic assessment because subject verb agreement has been discussed for since grade school pa nga eh. So it would really help you para makita mo kung anong areas pa ba about subject verb agreement na kailangan mong i-focus on as you go along with the unit or the discussion. Two, diagnostic assessments help to tell both teachers and students how much they know and don't know about an upcoming topic. In the school that I'm working at, yung mga bata kasi, especially those that are in yung mas matataas na section, they are well-read and ang dami nilang alam. So, the diagnostic assessment is also a way to help teachers to research further on concepts na siguro we might have overlooked, but then the student, kasi nga marami siyang nababasa or marami siyang nare-research, na-mention niya suddenly. So it also helps us to answer questions that we did not prepare for, 'di ba? Na bigla na lang mablurt out ng bata. 3, diagnostic assessments help to inform the teacher's lesson planning and identify areas that may need more or less time spent on. Especially now in the new normal, in the school that I'm working at, yun talaga yung reference ko. Meron lang kaming 1.5 hours ng synchronous, tapos 1.5 hours ng asynchronous. So, paano ituturo ang supposedly 1 hour lesson in 30 minutes? This is how it will come into place. Diba? Once you have that result, then it will really help you in planning your lesson. Next. So we have the following sample test types, but just a disclaimer, it's not solely limited to these 6 test types. So we have self-assessments, interviews, pre-tests, surveys, journals, and KWL chart. And also questioning. I think it's also a good diagnostic assessment because just like in the previous report, not all just because it's an assessment, automatic, naisip na natin agad test. No, it doesn't work that way. So, maraming forms to assess what the students know. So, I have your sample situation. So, si teacher, she's about to discuss Unit 1 about ancient Greece. And then, she decided to give a multiple choice pretest to her students. So, why? Because she wants to know kung alam ba ng class yung geography, history, or culture of ancient Greece. Purpose 2, the responses of her students will determine where she will begin and how much time she will dedicate to certain topics about the unit. So, ano ang possible outcome? Teacher, she may learn that many students already have knowledge on cultural aspects. So, siguro mga 28 out of 30 students, master na nila yung cultural aspects ng Greece. Pero, na-notice ni teacher na dun sa 28 na yon, marami silang mali. Or dun sa buong 30 na yon, sobrang dami nilang mali sa mga questions about history. So, plan of action ni teacher, she may adjust her lesson plan and spend more time on history or the student's weakness overall. And then less time na lang on culture. Kasi alam na nila yun eh. Yan. So, saves time, di ba? Alright, so that's diagnostic assessment. Now we go to formative assessment. From the word itself, to form, formation. So formal, informal assessments, these are done throughout a unit or course of study. So how can you observe and take note of progress if it will not be a recurring process? If formative assessments will not be a recurring process, diba? So other goals of conducting formative assessments. 1, to monitor the student's progress. 2, to adjust instruction to maximize student achievement. 3, provide effective and timely feedback. 4, reveal students who need remediation. 5, predict performance on summative assessments. So, formative assessments, they are really very important because this is how we get to observe if the students are progressing, if they are, leveling up to the to a certain level of comprehension about a certain topic. And while we do formative assessment, it also formative assessments also give us opportunity to give timely feedback, diba? And there are a lot of ways to give feedback to our students. I know some of us may find giving feedback a challenge, especially those who have big class sizes. Diba? How much more ngayon, diba, na it's a totally different setup totally new setup. How can we give feedback? But there are a lot of ways that we can do to provide feedback. And I think this is one major concern that we have to address kasi it is through our feedback that students will learn. So, pag nakikita nila, okay, nakikita pala ni teacher na ganito yung weakness ko. So, sila na mismo ang gagawa ng paraan, 'di ba? With our help. So, feedback is really, really important. So, sample formative assessments. As simple as drawing a concept map in class is already a formative assessment because it tells you kung ano ba yung mga concepts na natutunan ng bata sa tinuro mo. Second, submit one or two sentences identifying the main point of a lecture. So, we call this exit pass for synthesis para lang alam ni teacher ano nga ba talaga ang natutunan ng bata. Summarize mo nga, ganyan, kung ano yung natutunan mo. Third, turn in a research proposal for early feedback. This example is for the students who are more mature. Tayo, graduate school students, we have research proposals. So our professors are the experts this field. So it's good that we submit our proposals for them to check grammar, mechanics, ganyan, or content, 'di ba? Their feedback, their input will really help us produce an effective, a well-constructed research proposal, a purposeful research proposal. Other sample formative assessments. So we have the homework, the quizzes, the drills that are ungraded, worksheets, yan. And just like in diagnostic assessments, questioning also can be a formative assessment there. Now we go to summative assessments. I only have 3 minutes. So summative assessments are formal assessments used to measure what students have learned at the end of a defined period of instruction. Ayan na. So summative assessments measure student achievement at the end of a unit of study. Second, determine learning priorities for the students. Third, evaluation of group instruction or curriculum effectiveness. Fourth, could be used to predict future success with other courses or standards. So summative assessments are necessary because this is now um, an opportunity for us teachers to evaluate if we really were able to deliver our content effectively, if we were really able to guide our students through the formative assessments we give, if we were really able to help the students progress or reach a certain standard in the curriculum, if you're able to help the students acquire skills necessary for the curriculum. Yun. And then sample summative assessments, we have end of unit tests, final exams, portfolios, recital, culminating projects, and performance tasks. So just like what I said earlier, assessments are really important, not only for the student, but also for the teacher and for the school also, because it makes us realize a lot of things and reevaluate a lot of things about the way we teach and the way students learn. Okay, so stay tuned for part 2.